Welcome to Beyond a Happy Marriage. I'm Arcadius.
And I'm Monika.
If you are striving for something deeper than just a happy marriage,
If you want a relationship that's truly transformative, that leads to intentional living,
then this podcast is for you.
we are absolutely delighted to bring our conversations to English-speaking couples around the world. January, New Year. Everywhere you hear the same thing. This year I will lose my weight. This year I will start exercising. This year I will change my diet. And then what happens? February, March. And we're back to the same. Not because you're weak, not because you lack motivation, but because everyone's approaching this from the wrong angle. My name is Dr Monika Dowejko, and I'm a scientist and an educator in reproductive endocrinology. For 10 years, I struggled with PCOS and infertility. And for most of those years, I thought my body was my enemy, until I discovered something that changed everything. Not another diet, not a magic pill. I discovered that my body wasn't the problem. The problem was how I was trying to control it. For the next 7 weeks, I'm going to take you on a journey. We're not just talking about fasting. We're talking about how to reclaim control of your life, your health, and your energy. Because here is the truth. When you learn to work with your body instead of fighting against it, everything changes. Imagine waking up in the morning and not needing to immediately reach for coffee just to survive the day. Imagine having energy that doesn't crash at 3 p.m. That your mind is sharp, focused. Imagine that your menstrual cycle stops being a mystery. You know exactly when your body needs more and when it can function with less food. These aren't promises. These are scientifically validated results of fasting adapted to the female cycle. But this isn't the fasting you've heard about everywhere, because most protocols were tested on men. For years, medicine has overlooked the differences between women and men. 72% of fasting research was conducted on men. And then, those same protocols were applied to women. And shock doctors wondered why women's cycles stopped. Your body isn't broken. It's responding exactly as it was designed to. And when you start respecting it, instead of trying to control it, everything changes. How many times have you tried already? How many times have you resolved that this time will be different? And after a month, you were back to the same. This isn't your fault. It's because you approached it with a mentality of, I need to change because I'm not good enough. But the truth is different. You don't need to change. You need to understand yourself. We're not talking about being perfect. We're talking about being free. Free of constantly thinking about food. Free from fatigue that drags you down. Free from feeling like your body is working against you. We're talking about control taking full responsibility for your life. I need to be honest with you. As a scientist and a tutor in reproductive endocrinology, I thought I knew everything, or at least quite a lot. I was certain that if I just found the right treatment, the right therapy, the right hormones, my PCOS will be gone. For 10 years, I tried everything. Medications, hormones, procedures, and the whole time, I had this feeling that my body was betraying me. But the real change came when I stopped fighting. I didn't give up. That's important. I didn't surrender. I stopped fighting against my body and started working with it. I started with simple things. A 12-hour overnight fasting window. Sounds harmless, right? But I noticed something. My energy levels started stabilizing. My brain was sharper in the morning. Then I started observing my cycle. Really observing it. Not just marking days, but understanding what was happening with my hormones each week. And I discovered something shocking. My body had been right all along. When in the first half of my cycle, I felt strong, I could eat less. That was when estrogen dominated and my body was ready for fasting. When, before menstruation, I was hungry and tired. That wasn't weakness. That was progesterone telling me my body needed fuel. As a scientist, I needed evidence. And I found it. A 2021 study by Lee et al. On women with PCOS. Exactly my problem. 18 women, 6 weeks of time-restricted feeding. The results? 9% reduction in testosterone. 26% reduction in free androgen index. And most importantly, normalized cycles. This wasn't magic. This was biology working as it should. Now, we're still sorting out things after moving to Poland, and with small children, I don't have time for complicated protocols. I need something that works, something that I can integrate with real life. And that's exactly why I want you to take on this journey with me. Let me tell you about Dr. Mindy Pelz. She took all this complicated fasting research and translated it into a language women can understand and apply. Her book, Fast Like a Girl, is just groundbreaking, not because she invented fasting. Fasting has existed for thousands of years, but because she was the first to truly understand why women need a different approach than men. Dr. Pelz describes 6 fasting lengths, and each has its biological purpose. Fasting 12 to 16 hours, your body switches from burning glucose to burning fat. Growth hormone starts increasing. Fasting for longer than 17 hours, autophagy activates. Your cells start cleaning up damaged parts. It's like a deep clean of your body. 24-hour fast. Gut stem cells begin regenerating. It's remarkable. Your body repairs itself. 36 hours fast. Ketone levels increase 4-fold. This is your super fuel for the brain. 48 hours fast. Dopamine receptors reset. This is why people feel such mental clarity. And finally, 72 hours fast. Your immune system completely regenerates. But you do this a maximum of twice a year and under certain conditions. It's not about doing the longest fasts. It's about doing the right fasts at the right time in your cycle. Days 1 to 10 of your cycle, you can fast freely. Your estrogen dominates, you have energy levels, your body is ready. Days 11 to 15 around ovulation time, maximum 15 hours. Your body is preparing for potential pregnancy. It needs fuel. Days 20 until menstruation, no fasting, none. Your progesterone needs glucose to function. If you starve it, your cycle becomes irregular. Here is the problem. Most fasting research was conducted on men. Why? because women have a too complicated hormonal cycle. Researchers didn't want to deal with it. But this complicated cycle is your superpower. The conclusion? When fasting is cycle-sensed, everything changes. These aren't fairy tales. This is science. And here is something beautiful. In the Catholic Church, fasting has always been part of spiritual life. Lent, Fridays, Advent. But it wasn't about starving yourself. It was about discipline, about learning to cooperate with your body, not fighting against it. John Paul II's theology of the body tells us that our body isn't an enemy. It's a gift. And when we treat it with respect, listening to its wisdom, then something deeper than just physical change happens. Transformation occurs. In psychology, there is a concept called locus of control, the place of control. People with an external locus of control believe their life is controlled by external factors, fate, genetics, other people. People with an internal locus of control believe that they have the power to influence their life. They don't control everything, but they can control their reactions, their decisions, their actions. Here is the question you need to ask yourself. Is your body something that happens to you, or something you work with? For 10 years, I believed the first. PCOS happened to me. Infertility happened to me. My body was my enemy. I was fighting against. But the truth was different. My body had been trying to tell me something all along. I just wasn't listening. When I took full responsibility, not for having PCOS, I couldn't control that, but for how I worked with it, everything changed. I stopped being a victim. I became a researcher. What is my body trying to tell me? How can I work with it? What decisions can I make today that will serve my health? This is the difference between a New Year's resolution that fails in February and a real transformation. Resolution: I need to lose weight. External: doing it because society tells me. Transformation: I want to reclaim energy and control over my body. Internal: doing it for myself. Resolution: I will exercise 5 times a week. Rigid, without understanding, because everyone does it. Transformation: I will listen to my body and I will give it the movement it needs in different cycle phases. Flexible and wise. And this requires courage. Courage to try something different from everyone around you. Courage to not be afraid of difficulty. And courage to take full responsibility for your life. But this courage is the beginning of real change. Over the next 7 weeks, I will take you on a journey. You don't need to fast yet. You don't need to change anything yet. But do these 3 things. First, start observing your cycle. If you have a regular one, mark the first day of your last period. If irregular, that's fine. Start noting anyway. Second, for 1 day, notice your energy levels. When do you feel strongest? When most tired? When hungriest? And third, ask yourself, am I ready to take full responsibility for my health? Not in a perfect way, but in a courageous way. If the answer is yes, this series is for you. Before we close, I want to encourage you to dive deeper into this journey with me. You can explore previous episodes of More Than a Happy Marriage or Beyond a Happy Marriage, or look through our blog natprofam.com. And here is the most important part. Please comment on this episode and other content. Your feedback directly shapes the content we create. We're building this community together, and your voice matters. Take action today. Remember, transformation happens through action, not just listening. Pick one thing from today's episode. Maybe starting cycle tracking, maybe observing energy levels, and commit to trying it this week. Over the next 7 weeks, this won't be an easy path. It will be a path requiring courage. Courage to look at your body differently. Courage to try something society says it's too complicated for women. But if you're ready to reclaim energy and deep understanding of your body, this is your moment. My name is Dr Monika Dowejko, and I can't wait to go on this journey with you. Until next time, remember, your body isn't broken. It's responding exactly as it was designed. Time to start listening.